strictly monotone. First part is done. You see properly. What is the problem here? I am saying since my f dash is continuous by intermediate value theorem, I am saying either my f dash is positive or f dash is negative. अगर positive तो मैं बोलूँगा इसको it is monotonic increasing function. If it is negative then it is monotonic decreasing function. But how can I say like this? Can I have 2 points such that जहाँ पे मेरा डेरिवेटिव एक जगह पॉजिटिव है एक जगह नेगेटिव है. Suppose let us see if not, that is suppose if there exist a and b such that f dash of a is less than 0 and f dash of b is greater than 0, then by intermediate value property, since f dash is continuous, then only I can apply intermediate value property. So by intermediate value property I am having there exists a point c in the interval ab such that f dash of c is 0, which is a contradiction, as I already told you that derivative should be non-zero. So it is monotone. This is the first thing we have proved. What else? What is the next thing? Can you prove this function? First thing is f of I should be equal to j. How will you say this? And before that, let us see the function g equal to f inverse. Can you see something about f inverse? Go back to our continuity class. Continuity में हम लोगों ने बोला था if your function is continuous then inverse will also be continuous, except what will be the problem? It should be defined first of all. Should be defined. If your function is continuous then inverse of that function will also be continuous. And how will you find the derivative? See, the inverse function g is continuous on the interval g, क्योंकि g के लिए the domain will be j. So let us fix a point. Let us fix c belongs to a. Let us fix a point c which belongs to interval ab, and let us say d equal to f of c. Why I am using this you'll just now realize. So g of y minus g of d upon y minus d. What is this g of y minus g of d? I'm just trying to get the derivative actually. I'm just trying to prove that the function g is differentiable. That is, I'm trying to prove the third part. G of y minus g of d upon y minus d. What do you see? What is g of y? It is inverse now. So it is 1 upon f of y. This is 1 upon f of d. Correct? Cross multiply. क्या मिलेगा तुमको? Something will get cancelled. I'll be remaining this thing, x minus c upon f of x minus f of c. Can you see that? What is g of y? G of y is 1 upon y, inverse. I'm taking the inverse, correct? And if you see this thing, ये क्या है actually? What is this? This is 1 upon f of x minus f of c upon x minus c, which is derivative. That means I am now going to prove the final part actually. ये जो part मैंने लिखा है ना, g dash of f of x, that is equal to 1 upon f dash of x. This is what I am going to prove now. And how can I prove this? By sequential continuity ले लो या डायरेक्ट लिमिट पुट कर दो, वट एवर यू लाइक. डायरेक्ट लिमिट पुट किया तो क्या मिलेगा तुमको? लिमिट y tending to d लिया, it will be g of y minus g of d upon y minus d. This will be what? 1 upon f dash of c, which is what you are supposed to prove. But one thing you need to see, यहाँ पे क्या चाहिए तुम्हें? लिमिट एक्सटेंडिंग टू c चाहिए, and here you are having y tending to d. So is this thing true? Y tending to d is true as extending to c. Is this thing true? Check what is y tending to d and what is extending to c. Yeah, here only I have written. I am fixing my point c such that d equal to f of c. So if my this d, that is y, if my y tending to d, then my x should tend to c. And this is possible because of continuity of the function f and g. So am I done? What do you mean by this? This means g dash at d is same as 1 upon f dash of c. And what is d? D is f of c. So I have actually proved it. I have actually proved this. G dash of f of x equal to 1 upon f dash of x. Correct? Okay. And this, what is j? This is a new interval which is image of v. That is f of I equal to j. This is image of function. The inverse function will be continuous on j, which is same as f of I. Again, thanks to continuity. Because of that only we can write it. Inverse function is continuous. So I'm just considering this g of y minus g of d upon y minus d. From here, if you understand this, then we are done. G of y minus g of d upon y minus d, that is same as x minus d upon f of x minus f of. Think about it. What do you know about your g and f? What do you know the relation between them? They are inverse of each other. Inverse means what? We are talking in composition. That means f composite g is identity, or g composite f is identity. Identity I am putting, since I am talking about function, so I am putting triple values. That means अगर मैं function में value put किया f of g of x, that should be equal to x. 1 put करने पे 1 आ रहा है, 2 put करने पे something like this. That means what? यहाँ पे अगर देखो तो g composite f of x equal to x. That means what I am having? G of f of x, that is equal to x. So I am just substituting this only. G of f की जगह पे x put कर रहा हूँ मैं. देख रहे हैं? यहाँ पे देखो g of y. What is y? Y is same as f. I'll just write here. G of y here. G of y is same as g of f of x, and g of d is same as g of f of c. Correct? But I have shown it to you. G of f of x क्या रहेगा? X से same रहेगा. Correct? That means what? This whole thing will be same as x, and this whole thing will be same as c. Why? Because g of f of x, that is same as x. I'm using the inverse का definition, and you already know what is y. Y is f of x. What is d? D is f of c. That's it. Proof was very easy. It was not a difficult task. Yeah, the one more thing is Cauchy's mean value theorem. This is the third installment of mean value theorem, you can say. The first one was Rolle's theorem, second one was Lagrange mean value theorem. In your 12th standard, you are having only these two theorems. The third one is Cauchy mean value theorem. I'll just write the statement and then we'll go ahead with the proof. Let f and g see, this is comma. From interval AB to R, be differentiable, and assume that g dash of x is non-zero. Okay, for any x, for all x belongs to AB. This is the condition I am having. Then there exists point C which belongs to AB, such that f of b minus f of a upon g of b minus g of a, which is equal to f dash of c upon g dash of c. This is what the statement. What do you think? How will you prove this? If you observe, what do you think? Proof कैसे करेंगे? See, many of the time, मतलब many of the teachers they used to say कि f पे apply Lagrange minimal theorem, g पे apply करो, then just divide them. Equation 1 and 2 को divide करो, you will get that. But remember one thing, जो f के लिए point c रहेगा, that is not same as point c is not same as for the function g. By looking at this कि हाँ मतलब दिख रहा है कि if you apply Lagrange mean value theorem, CF के लिए क्या आएगा? I'll be having f of b minus f of a, that is equal to f dash of c into b minus a. Similarly, if you put g of b minus g of a, that will be g dash of something else into b minus a. That is not same as c. If you divide, you will get the same thing, but it will be possible only if this c and this c is same, which is not a case here. Correct? It looks हाँ कि मतलब ठीक है, f of b minus f of a upon g b minus g of a, this is equal to this, but this is not just division of these two people. These are the mistakes people used to do. So again हम लोग क्या करेंगे? We'll just use our previous theorem. Again अपना previous theorem, Rolle's theorem will be the best one. To prove our Lagrange mean value theorem, we used Rolle's theorem. To prove this Cauchy mean value theorem, we'll again use Rolle's theorem. So for Rolle's theorem, I need a function. Correct? I need a function. And look at this. Look at one more thing. That is g of a and g of b are not equal. Huh? Because अगर ये दोनों equal हुआ तो इधर denominator में 0 आएगा. So that will be a problem. So g of a is not equal to g of b. Correct? So if g of a is not equal to g of b, can I say something about, can I use Rolle's theorem for this g? Or I want to say why this is not equal. अगर equal रहा तो problem क्या होएगा? If, what is the problem? If g of a is same as g of b, then can I apply Rolle's theorem on this? By Rolle's theorem, what will I have? That means is g of a and g of a, this is not given in the condition. This we have to observe कि यहाँ पे 0 नहीं होना चाहिए. But what if they are equal? What will be the problem? I'm saying g of a is not equal to g of b. Why? If they are equal, g of a equal to g of b, can I use my Rolle's theorem? That means there will exist a point C in the interval AB such that g dash of C will be 0. Do you see a contradiction here? Do you see a contradiction? What is the contradiction? I have already given you something, that is क्या वो g dash of x should be non-zero. Correct? Yes. Okay, so g of a is not equal to g of b we are having. Let us define a function. Let, again I needed a function, correct? Let h of x, I am defining it as f of x माइनस सी लैम्डा जी ऑफ एक्स, वेयर लैम्डा इज अ कांस्टेंट, उसका वैल्यू है वेयर लैम्डा बिलोंग्स टू आर and lambda is chosen so that h of e must be same as h of b. So what should I choose my lambda such that h of a and h of b same होने चाहिए? Can you find a lambda? Find h of a and find h of b and you want to equate them. What will be the lambda का value क्या रहना चाहिए? And that is easy exercise. I'll just quickly give you f of b minus f of a upon g of b minus g of a. Just quickly verify whether you are getting the same. H of a, at the place of x you are putting a, so this will be f of a minus lambda times g of a, correct? And what is lambda, this thing? What will you get? What will you get the value? Whether are you getting same? Whether are you getting, just you can verify it later on also. Find h of a and find h of b. See whether you are getting same. H of a and h of b are same. That means what? Can I now apply Rolle's theorem on this function h? H is a continuous function. Why it is continuous? Because it is sum of two function. It is differentiable. Yes, by algebra of differentiability it is differentiable. What next? And I'm also having h of a equal to h of b. So what can I say? Can I use Rolle's theorem? By Rolle's theorem, what will I have? There will exist a point C belongs to interval EB such that h dash, no? H dash of C equal to 0. So what will be h dash of C? देखो, lambda is a constant for me, so it will be f dash of C minus lambda into g dash of C equal to 0. That means what? F dash of C equal to lambda times g dash of C. That means what? F dash of C upon g dash of C, that is equal to lambda, which is same as f of b minus f of a upon g of b minus g of a. That's it, we are done. And if you observe one thing, ये lambda कैसे decide किया हम लोग ने? By taking h of a equal to h of b. अगर तो you go back and check intermediate value property का theorem, there also you are having a lambda, जिसमें मैंने lambda का directly by observing the question we can quickly guess, ऐसा मैंने direct बताया था तुमको. But there also you can do the same thing by putting the lambda. कहाँ गया ये? Yeah. You see what is my function g of x equal to f of x minus L of x. This was working as my, this whole thing was actually working as lambda. So again I wanted a function, this g of x was my function where I was getting g of a and g of b same. I wanted same, यहाँ पे 0 मिल रहा है, तो that is well and good. I just wanted them same here also. So what you have to remember, you just have to remember the function. How do you decide the function? What is my function? H of x equal to f of x minus lambda g of x, where lambda is chosen such that h of a is same as h of b. So to find the value of lambda it is easy. H of a निकालो, h of b निकालो, equate कर दो and get the value of lambda. Find h of a, find h of b, equate them and get the value of lambda. That's it. Yes. One exercise for you guys. Let f from EB to R be differentiable. I'm telling you it is differentiable at x belongs to EB. ठीक है? Prove that limit h tending to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x minus h upon 2h that is same as f dash of x. Give an example of a function where the limit exists but the function is not differentiable. Not differentiable. So I hope you understand. This is homework problem for you. First thing you have to do, since f is differential, you have to prove this limit is same as f dash of x. That is quite easy. That is limit extending to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x minus upon 2h, this is equal to 0. Then you need to give an example of a function where this limit exists but this is not same as f dash of x, or the function is not at all differentiable. That is what you have to give it. And I'll just put something on Google Classroom as a assignment for you to do this. Okay, this type of thing. The next topic will be starting with is L'Hopital rule. Finally, we are officially introducing it. See, I told you in our BSc curriculum what we are going to do. We are going to do all the things whatever you have done in your 11th and 12th standard. We started with limit, we continued with continuity, now we are doing differentiability and it is done almost. Now we are doing application of derivatives. So what are the application of derivatives? Application of derivatives में क्या आता है? L'Hopital rule आता है, increasing decreasing आता है, maximum minima. Increasing decreasing we have already discussed. Next is L'Hopital rule, then there will be maxima minima will be there, and next is Taylor expansion will be there. That will be the last topic, but still there are so many problems. So let us see L'Hopital rule. Maybe not today. We'll see it in the next lecture. ठीक है? You already know what is L'Hopital rule. I think there is no issue in that. What is L'Hopital rule? If you are having a function, then what should it satisfy? If you want, I'll just state it. And the statement is given, a proof is not in your syllabus, but you can see the proof. Proof is easy. Let G be an open interval. Let either A belongs to J or A is an endpoint. Endpoint of C. Okay. Note that it may happen that A is either plus minus infinity. It may be infinity, plus infinity or minus infinity. And assume that there are some conditions. What is first condition? F and G minus A to R is differentiable. This may happen कि A पे वो डेरिवेटिव एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता है, और अगर A infinity है तो we cannot talk about derivative. So I'm just excluding that point from the domain. Second condition is that G of X should be not equal to 0 and that should be not equal to G dash of X. Because अगर G of X is 0 हो गया तो denominator 0 हो जाएगा तुम्हारा. So there is nothing we can do in that case. That is, we are only talking about at A, because A को छोड़ के कहीं पे भी ये 0 नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be not equal to 0. And the third condition is this. that is let a equal to limit extending to e f of x, and that is equal to limit extending to e g of x. Correct? Where a is either 0 or infinity. Where a is either 0 or infinity. That is quite clear. जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं 0 by 0 form और infinity by infinity form. Correct? Then limit extending to e, then actually I should write like this actually. पहले define कर लेते हैं. Assume that b is limit extending to e f dash of x upon g dash of x. Why I'm saying, I'll just tell you in a while. This exists in R. Okay, either exist or what can happen, b is plus minus infinity. This may also happen. Then if it exists, then limit का value क्या आएगा? Limit extending to e f of x upon g of x. This will be same as b, that is f dash of x. That is same as limit extending to e f dash of x upon g dash of x, which is same as b. Okay, this is your L'Hopital rule. But look at one thing. I told you this b can also be infinity, or this may be infinity. So in that case, we can say that it is not differentiable. So it does not mean कि ये हमेशा exist ही करेगा. This is your L'Hopital rule. In particular, what can you say if your function is of 0 by 0 form or infinity by infinity form? Then what will you have? Your limit will be same as ऊपर का derivative नीचे का derivative, and find the limit. That's it. Read the statement quickly. And in the syllabus the proof is not mentioned, so in the next class we'll be doing some problem based on this. See to it what are the conditions we required. See, only we are talking about point A, huh? So point A is the only problem we should focus on. It is something like Arjun was asked to see the eye of the bird, something like that. You have to focus only on the point A extending to E, not any other point जहाँ पे वो 0 या infinity हो रहा है. I don't care about them. ठीक है? Yes. We'll see some problem in the next lecture. This is your L'Hopital rule. Then next इसके बाद आता है higher order derivatives, which is quite easy. Yeah, after higher order derivatives, then Taylor theorem will come.